Today we're taking an in-depth, technical look at the Blood of Dawnwalker, the upcoming action RPG developed by Rebel Wolves and powered by Unreal Engine 5. This presentation focuses on the core gameplay pillars: the dual-state character system, the combat mechanics, exploration design, world structure, progression framework, and the dynamic time cycle that fundamentally shapes how the entire game is played. The Blood of Dawnwalker introduces ambitious time-driven gameplay systems seen in modern RPGs. The entire campaign is structured around roughly 30 complete day and night cycles. Each cycle represents a full set of opportunities, limitations, and potential consequences for the player. The world does not simply shift visually between daylight and darkness. It mechanically transforms, influencing quests, enemy behavior, NPC reactions, traversal, and the capabilities of the protagonist, Cohen. During the day, Cohen exists in his human form. In this state, his combat style is grounded, technical, and measured. The player relies on traditional swordsmanship, defensive maneuvers, and runic magic. The magic system offers a mixture of offensive strikes, crowd control tools, and supportive utilities, designed to complement standard melee combat rather than replace it. Daytime is also when the majority of narrative content becomes accessible. At night, however, the entire rule set of the game shifts. When darkness falls, Cohen transforms into his vampiric form, unlocking a completely different set of abilities. This transformation boosts agility, strength, and mobility, granting access to rapid dashes, high-impact attacks, and blood-based abilities. These powers consume a resource tied to the character's vampiric nature, and managing this resource becomes a critical part of nighttime combat strategy. While these abilities are significantly more destructive, they also come with risks. NPCs may react with fear, aggression, or suspicion. Entering towns or interacting with certain characters may be impossible, or may trigger unique, high-risk scenarios. Some regions become more dangerous, and specific creature types only appear at night. The combat system itself blends precision action mechanics with RPG customization. Battles play out from a third-person perspective, emphasizing timing, spatial awareness, and adaptive decision-making. The player can parry, dodge, counterattack, chain abilities, and use a hybrid of magical and physical tools depending on the current form of the character. Human combat rewards discipline, spacing, and tactical control over the battlefield. Enemy behavior is dynamic and varies by region, time of day, and faction alignment. Some enemies use coordinated group tactics, while others rely on ambushes, heavy strikes, or magical countermeasures. In certain areas, enemies respond differently depending on whether Cohen is human or vampiric. Some may flee from supernatural threat, while others become enraged or empowered in the presence of vampiric magic. The world of Dawnwalker is built as a semi-open structure with large, interconnected regions. Each region features unique biomes, architectural styles, enemy types, and storylines. The game world is populated with dynamic events, shifting patrol routes, hidden microstories, optional encounters, and branching side quests. Importantly, many of these events have time-sensitive components. Some NPCs may only appear during certain hours. Unreal Engine 5 streaming technology allows these regions to load seamlessly, minimizing transitions between locations and maintaining immersion. The lighting engine plays a significant gameplay role as well. Global illumination and real-time shadow systems help create environments where visibility affects combat and exploration. In dark forests, caves, or abandoned settlements, limited lighting sources can shape tension and engagement, requiring players to rely on sound cues. Traversal is also a significant pillar of gameplay. Cohen has access to horseback travel, allowing for faster movement between major points of interest. Mounts react dynamically to environmental threats, weather conditions, and the presence of supernatural forces. In some regions, traveling on horseback may be unsafe at night, especially when certain enemy factions dominate the roads. Players must evaluate when and how to move through the world to minimize risk. Character progression is built around three main layers: human abilities, vampiric abilities, and narrative-driven traits. Human abilities emphasize swordsmanship, runic magic, and defensive combat specialization. Vampiric abilities focus on mobility, high-impact damage, blood-based skills, and supernatural augments. Narrative traits are tied directly to major decisions made throughout the campaign. The progression system encourages hybrid builds while still maintaining a clear identity for both forms. Players who invest heavily in human abilities may excel in controlled tactical encounters, but struggle with overwhelming nighttime threats. Players who focus on vampiric power may dominate high-intensity battles, but face severe narrative and social consequences. Mixed builds allow for versatility, but require careful management of resources and transformation timing. Exploration and narrative advancement are deeply interconnected. Many quests allow multiple approaches depending on the time of day, player abilities, faction reputation, and previous decisions. Alternative routes, hidden areas, and optional interactions can appear or disappear permanently based on earlier events. The world is not static. It remembers player actions, and NPCs respond with evolving dialogue, shifting alliances, and new opportunities or conflicts.
They came out into the light.
Overall, the Blood of Dawnwalker aims to combine cinematic storytelling with systemic gameplay depth. The game leverages Unreal Engine 5 to create a world that is visually striking, mechanically rich, and meaningfully reactive to player choice. With its dual-form protagonist, dynamic world state, high-precision combat, and hybrid progression system, it stands out as one of the most technically ambitious RPG projects currently in development.
Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare. A Dawnwalker. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there.